first two. I haven't played a ton of yet, but I started them. The first one is the Coma Recut. I got that on the Switch. It's on the other systems as well. It's been out for a little bit. It's on sale for $5, so I got it. I still had some money for my gift card. One of those cards. But that game, it's like you're a Korean high school student, and you, like, I guess in the beginning you go to sleep weird and have like a vivid dream, and then you go to school, and another classmate like has attempted suicide, and then you go into the school to take your exams or something, and all of a sudden you like fall asleep again, and then you wake up and your like teacher's chasing you with a razor blade or something. So you're in the high school and you got a map and stuff, and you can find items and shit. It has a pretty creepy vibe, which is nice. It's part of the reason I bought it. I didn't play a ton of it, maybe like a little over a half hour. But I want to keep going with that. Like I said, I picked it up. It's on sale for $5 or up that. I've been looking at that game on the Switch and the Xbox One for probably over a year now. I finally decided to grab it. You know, I didn't even notice this too. Off on a little tangent for a second. They released Fatal Frame made in Blackwater on the other systems. I'm like, I typed in Fatal Frame or it just popped up on the Xbox store. I'm like, I got that on the Wii U. Wasn't that a Wii U exclusive? I'm like, shit, man. I kind of like that game. I didn't end up beating it. I got to the end and stopped playing. It was kind of weird because you had to use the thing as the gamepad as the camera, which was interesting. It's a creepy game, though. I love the Fatal Frames. And the first Corpse Party from, I think it might have been on the PSP originally, is available on the Switch and the Xbox as well now. I'm kind of liking that they're bringing these games over to, to the other systems. But anyway, Coma Recut seems okay so far. I need to play more. And the second game that I just started, the Falconeer. I talked about this yesterday in my pickups video. I probably put about a little under an hour in this, maybe like 45 minutes. Pretty cool. You are a Falconeer and you fly on these falcons. It's aerial combat, so you do barrel rolls, you're spinning around. It's kind of interesting because you have these, I forget the story, they were telling the story in the beginning, but I got this weird glitch. It would be like, I'll play the prologue and the thing would start twitching at the top, so I had to like hit the home button on the Xbox controller and then bring it back and it like settled down. It's weird. But I don't know if you can see here, but you see there's like lightning going on. That's how you like recharge. It's like your gas or whatever. You gotta go up into a thunderstorm, and the lightning's gotta hit these little like generator things on the back of the Falcon. And if you're up there too long, it will like overheat type thing. So that's actually kind of cool. I thought that was interesting. It's a pretty nice looking game. It has almost a kind of a Dishonored look to more of like the cities, because all these little areas, or they're not cities, but little town type things are like all in water, and you can land the bird on the little perches and stuff. And I got in some aerial combat. I did some missions. Like I guess there's different missions in each chapter, so I did the prologue and I did a few missions on chapter 1. Different guys give you missions, and you could use different pilots, I guess, and different falcons. Like one was like the Falconeer, and then another was a mercenary, and they had different like attributes and stuff, so you can like level or upgrade and whatnot. The world looked cool, except very early on. Combat was pretty fun. You have like your basic kind of gun, and then you can launch like a pyro attack. It is a couple missiles. So that was kind of cool. I'm assuming there's other little things you can do as well going forward, but I have been having some fun with it. I will probably try to do gameplay at some point of this. It has a nice look. I'd love to see how this looks on the Series X. because it looks nice, but I feel like it's almost a little blurry, kind of, so it's hard to explain. But pretty cool so far, actually. And the third one is obvious. Halo Infinite. I actually stopped this briefly to start playing this. I will go back to this. I'm towards the end of this game. I want to do gameplay on it, but I'm now at the point where I'm locked into the final missions, so I can't jump back to the other part of the world where you're doing shit. So I want to wait because I want to do gameplay on the open world itself, and we're driving around and shit, and just going and doing shit. It's fun though. I don't know how many missions I have left. It can't be much, but spoilers. I'm like storming the last area I have to go to, and the old fucking Halo music kicked in, the classic Halo theme from the first one, and then they made the rock version in the second one. And I'm in a fucking Wraith, the Covenant Wraith, the tank, launching shit out. The music's playing. I'm kicking ass. I freed a couple people. They're helping out. So I'm making my way to like this tower type thing. I'm trying to save somebody as well. But like I said, I'm having fun with it. I'll do a full review on it. It's fun. It's still fun. Like, I added onto my impressions video of it. It's cool. It can be frustrating because I'm playing on heroic. But it hasn't been overly annoying. You'll be able to take things out. I mean, I've died a shit ton, but not like a shit ton in one spot. And I've fallen off the map a few times by accident. But I'm upgrading stuff, and it's just, I love the open world Far Cry-ish feel of this game. Like I said, you have the other things you can do. You have the banished outposts, you have the FOBs. So I keep forgetting what they stand for. Forwarding operations base or something like that. You have the high value targets you can take out, which I need to take out like 4 or 5. That will probably be what I'm partially doing because I've taken out all the banished outposts. I've done all the FOBs. I've freed all the Spartans. Not Spartans, Marines you can free, soldiers. But I gotta also destroy a bunch of propaganda towers as well. This game's like the other Halos. The grunts say like the most ridiculous shit when you're fighting. The jackals say some stuff too, and so do the brutes and elites, but the grunts are the ones that are saying like the stupid stuff like, my turn to play the Xbox, and all this weird shit they say. It's funny though. You suck more than I do. Like, the grunts do it, they kill you and shit. And a lot of the enemies have a fucking blast, like just shooting into your corpse repeatedly before the load screen comes up. Like I said, it looks good, and it's fun. And I'm glad they have some of those older tunes in there, because a lot of the music in the levels has that older feel, because I don't think this one has the guys back who there was the guys who did all the games, I think, that Bungie did, and I think a new composer came in for the ones that 343 did, or done. And those soundtracks are still really good, but, you're so used to hearing those for, like, the soundtrack for the first Halo Combat Evolved is fucking amazing. So it's cool, and it's not like the full exact version, it's a little different. It's cool though, it's nice, it's fun, and the combat in Halo is always good, and the enemies are smart, even on normal. Sometimes they're idiots, but most of the time they will flank you, and they'll know when you've thrown a grenade, or they'll know when you're reloading, and they'll then they'll come at you and shit. But it's been fun. I'm having a ton of fun with it still. Put a lot of time into this game too. I don't know if I can find my gameplay. You know what's weird about these Series X only games? Not only, but they're made like specifically. They want you to get it and play it on the Series X. They don't tell you how big the game is. Like the old Xbox One games, it'll just be like, oh, you need so and so amount of space. This doesn't even say that. It's like a treat when you find out it's 90 gigs. The Falconeer is actually, this is very small. This was like under 5 gigabytes. But I'm having a ton of fun with it. I am excited to kind of do a full review when I beat it and get a gameplay up. But like I said, I want to get a gameplay up of roaming the open area as opposed to just doing specific missions. Because I didn't know. I went and did this thing. We had to destroy these beacons, and then you go back in, and then boom. It's like after that, it's just been mission after mission. There's been no going back. Some pretty good story beats in there as well. I will get into that more in the review, so that might be a little spoiler heavy. That does make sense, a little spoiler heavy. There might be some spoilers in there. But it's been fun. It looks great. It plays great. You know, Halo always plays well. No, I will admit, like, I like the. This is my favorite of the 343 games between 4, 5, and this. I'm not counting Halo Wars 2 and stuff. I mean, I think those are made by different people anyway. Halo Wars, those are different kind of games. I liked 4 and 5 well enough, but you know, my favorites are the original, and I really liked Reach and ODST. Maybe one day I'll do a Halo. I didn't do it talking about Halo series. Maybe I'll do that someday. The story in this is not incredible. I feel like they can do more with it. It's cool, but it's not kind of familiar territory. Oh shit, everything's fucked if you don't do something, you know? The Final Fantasy route, like, oh shit, the world's fucked.